If starting your website re-platform or redesign is on your to-do list for 2024 and you just can't get started, don't hesitate. This is not one you can sleep on in 2024. Make sure you chat with the team at Convert Digital. They are a leading Shopify Plus partner with teams in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Convert Digital have developed amazing sites for great e-commerce brands such as Camilla and Mark, Naked Harvest, Gander, Cocoa Black, 2XU, Superdry, and more. Don't take my word for it. Head on over to convertdigital.com.au to view their work or reach out directly to the team on hello@convertdigital.com.au.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Joshua Mammoliti, founder and CTO of The Blue Space. The Blue Space is Australia's largest pure-play online renovation retailer. With a background in digital, working for leading Australian bathroom and kitchen brands like Caroma, Josh saw an opportunity for e-commerce innovation at a time when very few in the industry agreed. 8 years later, The Blue Space is very well established, a leader in their category, and Josh himself has been recognised by making the 2023 Top 50 People in E-commerce list. Josh, thank you for joining us on The Checkout. We had a brilliant main conversation around everything that you're doing at The Blue Space, especially around delivery. One of the most unique delivery problems that I've heard around you deliver too fast, that being a point of customer contention, all the way through to some of the tools you're using and how you're integrating AI. So that was a fantastic chat, but we're here to learn a little bit more about you. 5 quick questions. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Weirdest thing I've ever bought online. So I don't think nothing I buy is weird, but something someone brought up to me that I didn't think it was weird, but they thought it was really weird was I was resurfing the backyard, and it turned out, surprisingly well for someone, that's like me, that's not very good at DIY work. And someone asked me, where'd you get the turf from? And I said, I just bought it online. And they're like, what? You bought your turf online? I said, yeah. I said, I couldn't even tell you who I bought it from. I couldn't even remember. I still can't remember the website. I'd have to look it up. But I just bought it online, and I think when I thought back, I thought, actually, I wasn't planning on buying it online. I was just researching best way to lay the turf and how to actually do it because I'd never done it before. And I just saw an ad pop up that said, buy the turf online. I just clicked on the ad and I thought, this seems pretty easy. Like I can put my square meters in and it's going to turn up on Friday. That's when I need it. So I just bought it. I think it was 10 o'clock at night, and I just bought the turf. And in hindsight, I did think about that a lot because obviously the business I'm in is also very similar, right? If you're thinking of renovating, usually pop down to a showroom or something like that. You may not think of buying online. So I did analyse that process in my mind a lot, thinking, is that weird? I would have gone, the way I would have done it was gone to a nursery, not looked at the turf anyway. I wouldn't even know what it looked like anyway. I would have just gone there to talk to someone behind the counter and place an order with my credit card and drive home, right? So I might as well do it at home without, leaving the house.
I suppose when you're helping people skip the traditional process of designing and ordering things like custom bathroom vanities and getting them to order online, probably nothing seems that weird to you buying online anyway.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't seem weird at all.
All right, number 2, who is your favourite retailer?
I know in our chat I mentioned appliances online, so I won't mention them again, but I really like Bellroy. Bellroy, from a personal perspective, I love their products. I love their website. I have tried to buy a bag a different way, not from Bellroy, and it is really hard to buy any other bag or wallet from another company because they've done such a good job with their content, showing you exactly what you're going to get, what fits in a wallet, the different combinations you can have. And the products are good too. They're an Aussie business. They back their products as well. They do a lot of R&D around their products. So I really like them. So I think they really have changed the game in their space because, personally, I've liked the look of a wallet somewhere else, but short of me going to a store and buying, which I'm not a fan of clothes shopping, or I can't do it at a physical location. Short of doing that, which I don't like doing, Bill have done such a good job at showing you what you're going to get and what will fit. So I think for that, I've got to tip my hat to them.
I'm a fanboy as well. I've got the phone case, the book cover, the wallet, the laptop bag, but everything just works and it lasts forever.
It does.
Yeah, so if there's anyone from the Bellroy team listening and want to come on for a chat, we'd love to chat. All right, number 3. Which e-commerce practice do you wish was history?
I've been known in our business to say no to every single pop-up, website pop-up that happens. I just personally, I can't stand website pop-ups. I have caved to, we've got one on our website, very restricted. It's got a lot of rules before it will pop up. And the worst thing about pop-ups is that they do work and the stats are there, and they're incredible stats. So they really do work. If you want a customer's email address, a pop-up is the way to do it, offering a discount. Every website does it. It's almost standard. Nowadays, you jump on a new website for the first time, they're going to try and get that email address off you and give you a discount. But I hate them. I absolutely hate them. But they do work. So I'd love, one day I'm sure we'll work out a different way to do the same thing. But for now.
I feel someone needs to write a thesis around the pop-up dilemma in that, they work, but everyone hates them.
Yes.
So the psychology of the pop-up, why do they work if everyone hates them, customers and retailers combined? I might put Dr. Jason Palant onto that one. All right, number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
Podcasts. I love podcasts. I think just listening in the car or any time there's a spare moment, I do love listening to podcasts. I think two I'm sort of into at the moment. One recent, but the other one probably a bit longer. I think Marketing School with Eric Sue and Neil Patel. I really like. I'm a bit of a short and sharp listener. I've only got a short drive to work, so they're 10 to 20 minute episodes, and they pack a fair bit in. But if you just want to stay finger on the pulse with what's happening in marketing and what these big agencies are looking at, because they're looking at both Neil and Eric are big agencies, and they're looking at this sort of new tech or strategies all the time. I think they're two. Just to get a really good feel for what's happening. Sometimes it can be a bit of information overload, and you can run down a rabbit hole with a great AI tool that they've mentioned and spend a whole day looking at it. But it is good. And the other one, I think, as a founder, if there's any founders listening or people looking to start a business, I think The Mentor with Mark Boris. I really, really enjoy listening to that. I think I've almost listened to probably every episode he's put out, because I just love every story. Who's got a founder or a leader, a business leader on there, every story is different. I would have loved to have that back when I was starting the Blue Space. I don't think podcasts were a thing. I definitely wasn't listening to them when I started the business, but I wish I had podcasts like that back in when I was starting, because so many lessons you have to learn on my own that lots of founders have been through. Almost all of them been through very similar challenges. But if you listen to a few, you might just avoid a few mistakes.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It can be a lonely journey being a founder or an entrepreneur, and just to have that space to hear someone's journey over an hour whenever you want it is brilliant. So I agree. Mark Boris's podcast is fantastic. So well done. Last question I have for you. Finish this sentence. The future of retail is?
Faster.
Oh.
Yeah, I think retail, whether you look at bricks and mortar or online, I think it's just all faster. I think, there'll always be a space for experiential retail where people do want to have a experience with a retailer, but majority of what I can see coming, and what personally, but also in our business, even though there are those customers who don't want it faster, there definitely is those customers, they do want to get through the process faster. So not always be delivery, but even just making a decision. A lot of people are looking for that ease and speed to getting to a decision point. And to be honest, as a retailer, you kind of strive for the same thing as well.
That's right.
You really want the customer to get to that checkout and you want them to buy. So it kind of works both ways. The retailer wants the speed and customers want the speed too. So I think there's a lot more to come in that space. I think there's obviously some clear leaders that are doing it really well, and I think there's a lot more to come.
It's a really good point, because oftentimes we seek engagement and interest and want to be the center of a customer's world, when really they want to get in and out. And actually, for our business perspective, it's better if they get in and out really quick as well.
Exactly.
Josh, thanks for joining us on the checkout.
No, thanks for having me, Nathan.
To hear more from Josh, jump back into episode 380, where Josh shares the unique delivery needs of the renovator. It's a really interesting one, where speed is not necessarily a good thing for the Blue Space customer. It's quite the quandary. We also talk about the AI customer service tool that Josh considers head and shoulders above any other tool that he's got. And we hear the valuable lessons from the Blue Space's recent enterprise systems implementation. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.